Welcome to the Cosmic Kings Collective Kinks Assigned series. This is the Leo edition. A few disclaimers first. Safety and risk-aware sex. So as far as Leo goes, listen, we are royalty, okay? I'm not Leo. But this is like when we can, all of us can tap into Leo energy and get into the vibe of like, I am royalty. My body deserves to be treated that way. And so anybody who thinks that like they're more important than me, that they like, don't have to XYZ to be safe is like unworthy of my body then, you know what I mean? And so yeah, really seeing our body that way. And what's so cool about Leo too is that Leo is totally willing to give as much as they receive. So if you're gonna worship their body, they're going to worship your body too, which is actually in here, but we'll get there. I'm gonna get started. Before I do, these kinks are for everybody, not just Leos. All kinks are for everybody. That's the beauty in them. We just get to pick and choose what we like at any given moment in our lives. All right, ready? 5 kinks that if they were a sign, they would so be Leo. Number 1, strip teases. This is the performance art, self-expression. This is all Leo stuff. Being the center of attention is so Leo, especially when we have an object of our desire, right? It really brings out this like prey-like aspect. Leo is ruled, an archetype of it is the lion. And so yeah, that's why strip teases would so be Leo. Okay, number 2 is wrestling. And this is sort of like that playful aspect too. Leo's a very playful sign. Very fun, lots of fun. And so wrestling during sex is like, it brings out first off this like aggression, all of this like passionate energy that Leo has. Leo has all of this passion inside of them. And then it's sort of like imagine lion cubs playing. There's just this like fun power dynamics going on with wrestling. And it really brings out like the dramatic aspect too of like, just like that's sometimes how I see kinks overall. It's just like how dramatic can we get with our kinks before it's like too much, but like how do we dramatize them to the point that we understand parts of ourselves a little bit more about why they exist. And so yeah, wrestling is is kind of performative too, and it's really dramatic, and so that's why it would be Leo. Okay, number 3, nudes. Nude selfies or videos. Again, center of attention. Everybody look at me. Look how hot I am. Look how sexy I am. And if one isn't comfortable with that, taking nudes is actually like sensual, sexy nudes, even if just not for anybody else but ourselves, right? Like we're fucking royalty, is such a powerful way to grow more embodied inside of our body and more confident inside of our body. Yeah, and it also brings out, this could probably be a whole kink on its own, I'm not sure, but autosexuality. It's this term that means like turned on and aroused by the self. And so, yeah, like that's just like so Leo, to take pictures of the self and be aroused by the self. That's why that would be Leo. Number 4 is mirror sex. Oh my gosh, this mirror sex is so fucking hot because while you're engaging in it, in sex that you're having, you're also seeing it, and like that just makes the arousal cycle get higher and higher and higher the more that you see yourself having sex while in the act of it, right? Because like so when watching porn, even if like we made our own porn video and then watched it, there's a disconnect from when that is happening and from when we're watching it, even if we do feel aroused. But when we are watching ourselves have sex as it's happening, it creates all sorts of like compounded pleasure. And so mirror sex is just so Leo because we love seeing ourselves fuck. Not me, I'm not Leo. Actually, I have a lot of planets inside of my 5th house though, so and it's Scorpio, so but yeah, like loving watching ourselves fuck is so Leo. Okay, finally, number 5, cock and pussy worship. Like duh, like I said, we are royalty, and so we deserve to be treated that way, and anybody who doesn't treat us that way is not worthy of our bodies. But when people do treat us that way, they will get anything that they want, and willing to go to that worship level of making one feel like the most grandiose person in the entire universe is what cock and pussy worship makes you feel. And even makes, like, when people want and have a desire to worship their partner's genitals, it is out of a huge eroticism for that person and who they are. And so yeah, it just really makes the self feel like nobody else, like on top of the world, nobody could even reach where I'm at right now with somebody worshiping me or me giving that to somebody else. Like, both ways the feelings are just so intense and grandiose. And that's what makes cock and pussy worship Leo. All right, that's it. 5 kinks that would be Leo. If you want to check out the other Kinks as Signs videos, you can hit my profile, I guess, and there's a playlist there. I also have tarot therapy readings I've been doing that follow the stars and the astrology. I really enjoyed that. I always do an extended on how the energy of the astrology is impacting us sexually, and we really bring up some cool stuff in there. So yeah, otherwise, thanks so much for joining me. I hope I do see you again. Bye.